Welcome back everybody. In this class we are just trying to learn about the box model. What is a box model? Basically the height, the width, the margin and the padding of the box is basically called the box model. So I'm just going to use the divider, the div tag for this purpose. So I'm removing the paragraph and the h1 for this class now. Okay, and save this and go to the browser and refresh. So there is only the div tag. So basically what I'm just gonna do here, you can see that the color blue and the background color is red. Okay, perfect. Go down and start working more and more. First of all, if you just want to apply the div, the width, so width, the width, okay, and put the value for the width. I'm just putting around the 300 px, okay, for the width. Now save, refresh. Now you can see that this is the 300 pixels, looking pretty awesome. And I'm pressing enter, and the height, I'm putting the height here, the height for the 300 pixels. Save and go back to the browser and refresh. Now you can see that it's looking awesome. Okay, the height is 300 pixels and the width is 300 pixels, so the element is looking like the box. Okay, not the simple text anymore. Now the thing is that what is the px and why the 300 px is covering the actually 1/4 area of the screen. First of all, I have to change the zoom from 150 to default. This is the basic size. And now what is a pixel? Px. Okay, a pixel is a single point of the screen. A very small point of the screen is called a pixel. And how we know that? What are the pixels of our screen? So generally, and actually mostly we use the 1280 pixels. Okay, by the way, to confirm that which pixels you're using, just go to the screen resolution, and here you can see I'm using the 1280 and the 800 pixels resolution, but I can make it as much as I can do high, but I'm just using the 1280 and the 800. Okay, so basically if I'm just using the 1280, so what is the size here? The 300 pixels. Well, one thing more, the 1280 is the width and the 800 is the height. Okay, so if I just put here the 1000 pixel as the width, so refresh. Oh, where I'm going, go back, refresh. Now you can see that it's covering a lot of area. And if I just put 1200 around, so refresh, and now it's covering a lot more area, and 80 pixels are still there. I can put the 80 pixels more. Okay, because my screen is, you can see that my screen is 1280, which is the general style. So when you're making the responsive website, so you just don't need to be careful about this, and especially if you're using the bootstrap, then you just can use the bootstrap without any height and width. But when you're making the fixed layout, then you have to be careful, very careful about the website's height and the width, and specifically the elements height and width. I hope you're learning a lot more about the dimension, but there is a lot more you need to learn. So basically, one thing more, it's, you can see that the blank space here where you can see my mouse at the very left of this red div, and at the top you can see the 10 pixels. It's the 10 pixel and the 10 pixels. This is the by default setting that it starts after the 10 pixels. So basically it ends before the 10 pixels. So basically when my screen size is 1280, so from the width, okay, so 20 pixels, 10 pixels from the right and the 10 pixels from the left is not usable in this situation. So basically the screen size is 1260. Okay, so if I just put the 1260, so refresh, now it's actually covering the most of the area. But if I just put the 1270, so refresh, now you can see that it's covering a lot more area, which is actually not good. If we just see, if we just see the style, because there you can see that it's getting a lot, it's covering a lot of area. The white space is covering a lot of area and there isn't. But if we just put the complete size of the screen, the 1280. So refresh now. You can see that we have to scroll a little bit just because the 10 pixels are going from there. Well, the 1260 is best from now, and I'll just guide you about the solution to how to remove the blank space and how to manage this. By the way, this is a basic thing. I just want to teach you about the height and width, the dimension. So now let's play something more about the height and the width. Now if I just put the 800 and save and refresh, now you can see that we need to go down a lot more. Just why? Because exactly the 800 pixels is the general size of my screen, and you know that in the height, okay, but you know that the head the head tag is covering a lot of space, and after the website, after the area of this wide area, you know that there is a taskbar which you are just not watching. Okay, the taskbar area is covering a lot more space, so it should not go more than 700, or I think the 600. Save and refresh now. 650 basically. Save and refresh now. You can see that when I just put it the 650, so it's actually covering the whole area, almost whole area. So this is the height and width. I hope you've got about all these things about the height and width. So right now what I'm just doing, I'm just basically moving on to the next class, because exactly we was just talking about the box model, but in this class I just teach you about the dimensions, about the height and width, and about the pixels. So guys, we'll learn more and more in next class. Stay tuned and go.